Hey guys, one clue here. I hope all of you are doing really well and having a really great day. In today's video, I want to address the fact why I showed you in my last pre-search videos why I run my nodes on Linode and not locally on my personal server. If you're interested in this, stay tuned and let's get started. The first thing about presearch I need to say is I absolutely love this search engine. I use this all day long for over a year now, and I run multiple presearch nodes. I run 2 of them on the Flux ecosystem. If you don't know what Flux is, check out one of my other videos. I explained there how you can run and host your own presearch nodes on the Flux ecosystem. And I run another node on another presearch node on the Linode VPS provider. And if you don't know what Linode is, basically it's a VPS provider. And if you're interested in this, check out the video description. I got a link for you where you can get 60 days, $100 credit, so you can use it for the first 60 days for free. Let us jump into the topic. Presearch is a decentralized search engine. It's a great idea that you are no longer associated to Google, Bing, or other search engines, but it comes with a catch if you are running this as a node on your local network. If you just use presearch as your decentralized search engine just to get away from Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, or whatever you else want to use, it's perfect. It's really great. These search results are quick and perfect for me. So I love to use this. When it comes to node operating, let us quickly change our tab over to run a node. I'm currently on the website presearch.io, and let's click on run a node. This will open another tab, nodes.presearch.com, and we can click launch a node. Here we come to an overview website. This site is telling you, okay, hey, if you want to run a node, that's easy. You just need a couple of requirements for your server where you run this. Most of the presearch nodes, or all of them, are run on a Linux system, so it's really easy to install. I think you can install this on other systems as well, but I don't want to get into detail about this. What I want to talk is about why I use different services and don't run this at home. By the way, in the future I will show you how you can run this node at home. Therefore you need a couple of requirements, such as that you have your own server that you run at home, and that you can port forward, so open ports on your local network to expose those ports to the internet, so that people who are searching on presearch and they want to connect to your node to search in the internet can access your node on your local network. Therefore, you need to be aware of things like this. But I will go into detail about this in a future video. So let's take a look on this website. They tell you it's super easy. Just install Docker on your computer or on your virtual server, copy and paste something, and you're good to go. You just need to register your node. You need to stake a certain amount of presearch tokens, and then your node will start earning for you. You can even run this node without staking. If you are one of those kind of people that just want to run a node without earning, that's fine. You can totally do this, but you won't earn anything if you don't stake a certain amount of pre-token in your specific node that you launched. They even tell you a little bit about the server requirement. So it's not really CPU heavy, it's not really disk space heavy, and you don't need much memory at all. It's pretty lightweight. That's why you even can run this on a Docker environment. They tell you when it comes to the node operator rewards that you need to stake at least 4,000 pre-token on this specific node that you launched. Otherwise you won't get any rewards, as I have been told you before. The interesting part about everything when it comes to presearch is the risk and caution. The first sentence is pretty important. If you're running a node locally and not on an outside server, queries are routed through your node to external sources. Other search engines, databases, and APIs could be associated with your IP address. If you're trying to minimize your personal footprint with Google and other big tech companies, for instance, using presearch as a server is what you want, but running a node is probably not. And that's interesting. So if you run a node in your local network, you will not decrease your footprint associated with, as they explain them as big tech companies, for instance, Google, Bing, or whatsoever. So if you are running this node on your local network and somebody else is connected to your node and is searching through this, let's say they search for whatever, a new Wi-Fi board or whatsoever, this is associated with your personal IP address. Advertisement and stuff like this is been associated with your IP address. And that's the thing why I am not doing this. I run in my local network a couple of services. Probably I should move them away from my local network, but it's not that bad as if I would have run a presearch node. That's what I believe. They also tell you in this risk and caution website that you could use the software. It's currently not open source. In the future they will probably open source this software so that you can take a look in this for yourself if you're one of those kind of guys. But they also claim that everything they do is currently under beta software, and it could be that there are some bugs or anything else. So if you run this on your local network, it could be that something is happening there. I'm not there to tell you, hey, be cautious about this. There could happen something to you. No. I'm not telling you this. I think what they have created is great and absolutely amazing. But the fact that if somebody else is searching in the web and they're using my IP address, I'm not fine with this. There are other services that you can run on your local node, on your local network, that will use your IP address for whatever they do, such as running a VPN service. And I will talk about something like this in the future in another video. But when it comes to search requests and connections to APIs, I think this is, for me personally, a thing that I don't want to do. I want to keep my personal external footprint as low as possible, so I don't want to associate my IP address with a lot of things, a lot of advertisement. That's nothing I'm interested in. That's the reason basically why I am not running a presearch node on my local network. For most of the people, it's totally fine. I would consider this a great idea of earning money, and if you have the capability, or if you have a server at home and you don't use all the resources on this server at home, so why don't pop up a presearch node, stake a couple of their tokens in this node, and now you earn a little bit more passive income. It's even better as if you would use, as I told you in one of my previous videos, running this on Linode or Flux, due to the fact that you already have the requirements as a server that is sitting at your home local network. So you just need now an IP address and you're good to go. So if you are fine with the situation that other people are using your IP address to connect to big tech companies and APIs, it's absolutely fine. And I would consider this as a low risk. It's just about your personal preference. If you want to connect your IP address to something somebody else is searching on the web. I'm currently in the process of tinkering about if I want to do this at my local network as well. Therefore, I would use something such as VLANs to separate my networks between crypto things in my home lab and other things. And personal databases and stuff like this. But for the current moment, I'm not running anything like this in my local network. I might be in the future, but for now, I don't think that's a good idea for me, because as I told you, I want to keep my personal footprint or external footprint, how they call this here, as low as possible, so that I'm not associated for a lot of advertisement with my IP address. And there's another thing. They even tell you, hey, if you're in a country like Iran, North Korea or China, it might be that if you run this in your local network and this is associated with your IP address, this might be an excuse to attack you. So if you're living in one of those countries where things are restricted, you need to be cautious about this. because now you're getting into trouble. I love the fact that presearch is open-minded and upfront is telling you if you want to participate in our network and if you want to create a node and if you want to earn a little bit of passive income, feel free, go for it, create a node, stake a couple of tokens and you're good to go. But they also tell you just a couple centimeters below their initial explanation of how you can connect a node to their network that you need to be cautious about risks that could appear to you, your IP address, or you personally. So I really think it's a great idea of them to be open to the public and tell everybody, hey, if you want to use this as a service, feel free. There would be nothing that is compromising you. But if you want to run a node in your local network, search requests will be associated with your IP address. And that's pretty amazing. They're like, upfront, hey, listen, it's a great thing that we're doing, but keep in mind, if you want to participate, be cautious about personal risks and just be calm and cautious about everything. To conclude everything, I think presearch is absolutely amazing, and I will still be running my nodes in Linode and on the Flux ecosystem. And I will make a video about how you can set this up in your local network. I also will make a video about how you can separate your local networks from each other. So I will cover all the details about running this in your local network in future videos. I also will make a couple of videos about home lab, how you can get started and stuff like this. That is my goal for this year, that I want to get you into a little bit more about home networking and stuff like this. And I also want to combine this with crypto-associated projects such as presearch. So in the end, I think presearch is great, and I just want to make an update video because I saw a couple of videos and comments of people that are talking about the risks and being cautious about what could happen, and other people are not really understanding why I am not running this in my local network. And I just want to clarify this so that you guys understand why I'm doing this. And I hope you like this informational video. It's a little bit different to all my other videos, but I think it's really necessary to tell you that if you're running a couple of projects on your home network, it could lead to potential risk to your IP address or to your associated IP address. Keep this in mind. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for further projects, and see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.